Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And tonight is episode 2 of Joey's season of The Bachelor. And he's got some warnings he's been receiving regarding the fantasy suite. Luckily, he's got a few weeks ahead before that goes down. Tonight's episode will feature the standard wedding episode where he dates multiple women, and I don't know, like I always say, you know, there's going to be skid marks in some of these wedding dresses. There's going to be grass stains. Someone's going to spill something. Somebody's going to quit. This is how it works. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals. If you don't want to quit on me, join the podcast. If you want to support independent podcasters, go to Bachelor Rush Hour, wherever you listen to podcasts, and check us out. I've got all your entertainment news. I'll be doing a deep dive into Taylor Swift, as always, this afternoon. Boy, I botched it on the morning episode. I recorded the morning episode last night when the Detroit Lions were up 24-7. And I was like, well, it looks like the Lions are going to win. Jinxed it. Now, of course, that's just how it works, folks. But either way, we're going to get into Joey right now. I'm going to share all of the trailers for tonight's episode. Plus this article, The Bachelor's Joey reveals the warning he was given about fantasy suites. And what's that warning? Well, let's just read it and find out. Often the fantasy suite episode of The Bachelor and Bachelorette end up being some of the most dramatic of each season. So when it came to filming his own Bachelor experience, the leading man of season 28 knew to enter that particular part of his journey with extra grace. It sounds like he's gonna, take a play out of Matt James' handbook and not Clayton Echard. Now, no offense to Clayton, we love Clayton, but he was feeling out the merchandise, which is what it's supposed to be about. But at the same time, you have to watch that back with whoever you chose. Matt James decided nobody gets any love during the fantasy suite, and it's kind of worked out okay for him so far. So Joey says, I was kind of warned about that. I've heard it in the past. About the chatter some fantasy suite journeys receive on social media and beyond. I think from being in the role, now the big thing is I can't fault anyone. That is a very tough position to be in. So he's speaking with E! News' Francesca Amiker, and he said, and for me, I just tried my best to, again, be aware that I was going to hopefully be watching this back with my forever person. So I just tried to make decisions that I could explain and things that I felt like would stay in tune with who I am as a person. I can't really say more than that, but for me, it was really important to do things that I felt was the best I could do with the position I was in. Now, of course, Zach Shell-Cross ended up, trying out some of the merchandise. That being, again, I don't mean to refer to people as merchandise. You understand the metaphor. He had sex with multiple women, and still he's in a happy relationship. So, but then again, Zach's fiance is Katie Bigger, who's Canadian, and I'm not saying all Canadians are better at handling sort of the detachment of knowing what someone else is doing. But I do think there are aspects of our culture in the U.S. that we sort of, I don't know, maybe can't get past the fantasy suites, whereas some other cultures can. Does that make sense? I don't know. So anyway, here's what Joey said. I spoke to them about everything I could. That's as much a night for me as it is for them, the 28-year-old shared. So for me, in general, I don't get into specifics about any of that. That was between me and the women that were there. Zach's like, I should have done that. He added, it's good. It's a different spot. Never something I thought I'd be in, but a different spot. Joey first appeared in Bachelor Nation on charity season, blah, blah, blah. What I'm looking for is something so real that anyone can feel it. They can see it. And it gets me excited to think about it. So then he goes into who the article goes into who's on this season. Well, what I'm going to do here is show the different trailers for the season. And then before I show the first one, we've got your traditional wedding outfit sort of photo. I'm sure it'll be a photo shoot. We've got the boat girl right here. Remember the boat girl? She got the first kiss. And then we have villain girl. Maria's the Greek girl. Maybe this is one of the twins. We don't know names yet. But either way, we're going to get into it all. Who wore it best? Who got the best outfit? I don't know. Let's just go into the trailers and see. All right. Beautiful intro. Except that's
no one wants to see that.
All right. The gloves come off.
She's made her mind up. She's leaving.
Oh, shoot. Who's leaving? We'll find out tonight. All right, let's go to some longer trailers, hopefully. And by the way, gotta love it.
Yep, perfect.
Daddy Jesse hitting the golf and hitting the tennis balls.
Just trying to hit it nice and soft and trying to control it. That's perfect.
Joey, I feel like if I had you as my coach when I was a kid, I might be on tour.
We would have had a little bit more help.
Nice quads.
Oh, there it is. Coming into today, I feel a lot of excitement. Last night, I met an amazing group of women, and I'm so eager to learn more. On that forehand, don't be afraid to push a little bit more out.
This is why you're the Bachelor, being a good communicator.
Can you imagine him in the fantasy suite? Hey, while you're tugging that thing over there, don't be afraid to. He's like, okay, all right, easy there, tennis pro. Don't forget, Jesse Palmer, was a professional athlete.
Appreciate you saying that, man. I'm just gonna try to do my best. That's all I can do.
You will. Just be authentic and be yourself, and I know you're gonna be that. If you navigate this as well as you teach tennis,
we'll be good to
you're
go.
Gonna find your person.
We'll be good
I
to go.
know you are.
I love it. I'm here to find my wife, and I think after last night, I am more hopeful than ever that my wife could be here.
No offense to Chris Harrison, but I have to continue to say this. It's not political whatsoever. Jesse Palmer is such a better host. I mean, I'm literally watching Jesse Palmer and I'm like smiling. He's so good. I've never watched Chris Harrison and smiled. Chris Harrison was just a different type of host. He was the don't make the story about me, although look how that turned out. But Chris Harrison was like the guy who just did the job. He was a warm glass of milk, right? That's just, it's like you knew what you were going to get. Jesse Palmer is a monster energy drink with quads. I mean, love this guy. Okay, let's move it on to the next trailer here.
I've never dated this many women at once.
All right, here we go. They got the rights to the song. He's kissing. He's smooching in a helicopter.
In a long time.
All right, they're slow dancing. And then
No one wants to see that.
the sister, the bully.
I've been feeling some type of way about the other girls.
It was very condescending, and I'm not going to tolerate that.
She's made her mind up. She's leaving.
Well, which one is it? Who's leaving? There's multiple people. When a man's on The Bachelor, he's going to have a lot of women that are either falling in love with him or, self-eliminating. That's just how it works. All right, so it looks like, do I have this right? Joey might be on a one-on-one date with Daisy. That's what it looks like from the thumbnail. Let's see.
All right, so we are at the Beach Life Ranch.
Okay.
And not only are we going to the festival today, we also have Are you feeling ready to go? We can do it.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Today, I'm going on the first one-on-one with Joey. I'm honestly so stoked to do whatever we're doing.
Daisy gets the first one-on-one date, wears a nice little hot pink sundress. I don't know what you would call that, but either way, looking good to get the first one-on-one.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Cheers. I'm feeling great. I'm just really excited around Daisy right now. A little spot over here. I feel like I don't know a lot about what you do.
So, I'm transitioning out of doing software sales and running my nonprofit full-time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it just helps kids see what makes them different. It can be like empowering. I definitely had to do some dancing around my cochlear implant, and I don't want to tell him right now because it's just not the right moment. But right now, I have a really good feeling about me and Joey.
There it is. So here's what's gonna happen. He's going to go on the one-on-one date with Daisy. They're going to do the fun time part, and then when they sit down for dinner, they'll do the cochlear implant. Is it a big deal to Joey? No, I'm sure it's not. It's a part of Daisy's reality. It's something she's overcoming. As she mentioned, she began losing her hearing at the age of 17. Some have questioned, well, why didn't he ask her about the nonprofit? Well, just watch the episode. You know what I mean? We just live in a world where people get upset before the thing actually happens. You know what I mean? Wow, how come he didn't? It's a trailer, you idiot. So either way, other people said, why is she getting to go on a one-on-one date where it's going to be hard to hear? Well, I mean, that's just Bachelor producers for you right there. Do we have it? Is that it? I think that's all we have for trailers for tonight's episode. So again, we'll be live for whatever trailers we didn't get here. They release them throughout the day. We will be live for tonight at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. East Coast Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's Mountain Time. I don't know, whatever. It's somewhere in between. 5 p.m. Mountain Time, whatever. So if you guys want to join us, we'll be live 1 hour before tonight's episode. I've got crystal clear internet, and I can't wait to share it with you. My internet is so fast. I've got the broadest banded internet in the world. Okay, you're going to love it. So I'm back with live streams. That's right. Davey's back, folks, back again. And we'll be there possibly after tonight's episode. We'll have to see how many people come to the pre-show. If we get enough on the pre-show, we'll do a post-show. But I need to know you guys are going to make it worth our while. And also follow me on Instagram for stand-up show updates. Now that I'm in the South, I've got shows all over Nashville. Come check that out. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'll be live again, spilling more tea as we do privately. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. And then I'll be back to round it up this afternoon with another episode of Bachelor Rush Hour. All right, we'll be back with more content right after this.